Thanks for joining us at the Hearing Review Insider News. I'm Karl Strom, editor of the Hearing Review and its website at hearingreview.com. And today I'm joined by Paul Harkness, who is the new CEO of Lantos Technologies, which is based near Boston. A lot of people know Paul from his longtime work in the hearing industry. And stepping back to the 1990s, he started at 3M and continued in a number of executive leadership roles from ranging from Odd Connects to Starkey and GN Resound and Sonic Innovations, and probably most notably as the Senior VP of the Elite Hearing Network, which he guided for about 8 years and helped drive strategy, operations, and revenue growth as part of the Amplifon Group. So welcome, Paul. Did I miss anything? Did I make you feel really old, like me?
Hard to believe about two Minnesota kids, Karl, but all accurate.
well, let's launch right into this. So, Paul, you've been in the hearing industry for an awful long period of time, and been involved in a pretty wide variety of business, including hearing aid manufacturing and distribution, working closely with dispensing professionals and networks. So can you tell us a little bit about Lantos, its technology and its history, and really, what made you excited about joining the company?
Happy to. Thanks for having me, Karl. I appreciate the time on this. So yes, the Lantos story began 10 years ago at MIT. And today we have the benefit of all those years of development and investment as we relaunch the business. Our core vision is around enabling personalized hearing care and hearing solutions for everyone. And of course, this starts with custom hearing aid solutions, but it truly applies to anything people use to enhance and protect their hearing. So for me, after decades of supporting hearing healthcare providers, I can offer technology that tangibly modernizes and differentiates their practice while dramatically improving the patient experience. So what excites me is the chance to make 3D ear scanning the next best practice standard of care in hearing, much like many other diagnostic and audiometric tools already are.
And that, there's a lot of disruptive forces in the hearing industry, whether it's TPAs or big box or OTC hearing aids, they all seem to point towards, and I've said this numerous times, that they seem to point towards possibly tighter margins in the future, and certainly trying to get practices to become more efficient. So how do you see 3D scanning technologies being part of the practice of tomorrow, and what do you think are its key benefits?
Yeah, great question. So I first of all think our technology provides practices with a clear and tangible way, as I said, to differentiate against their less personal competition. So we believe that patients everywhere have desired custom fit, always have, though it is rarely offered these days. So doing so can lead to much higher patient satisfaction, increased NPS scores, and much stronger patient loyalty and retention, which has continued over time to be a big issue. Not to mention the benefits for patients around superior comfort, improved stability in the ear, enhanced audio quality, and of course, greater feedback reduction and noise cancellation. Really, we believe the system enables and allows the expert fitting prescription to be maximized for the patient.
Yeah, there's a lot of side benefits to this too. When you look at earbuds and hearing protection and all of these things, there's quite a bit of opportunity out there for that too. And do you see dispensing professionals as being able to get into that using some of Lantos technology?
I do, and I'm glad that you asked that question. We really believe that the hearing care practitioners is our foundation for our business. And so providing them with the tools to become the go-to expert around anything with the ear is really critical. So we believe it starts with what they're seeing these patients for already, but in essence, we believe that practitioners should be and own the ear. And this technology allows them to do that.
Right. And, obviously you've been working with hearing care professionals for many, many years, and their tendencies and their needs. we've run a number of articles about Lantos's technology, and there's the balloon in the ear, and I know that from our articles, it's been explained that actually is great efficiency in terms of being able to form the ear canal properly and all of that. But can you kind of address a little bit about Lantos's technology and the adoption of this ear scanning technology in general by professionals? What are some of the major roadblocks and educational issues in terms of getting this technology into the hands of dispensers?
Yes, our proprietary membrane technology definitely sets us apart, but it's definitely different. It's very comfortable. It's incredibly accurate and leaves patients feeling with the impression that I've made it to the right office. I'm in the right place and I've come to the right place for my hearing care. That said, I think our biggest obstacle isn't just the balloon or the membrane, it's simply change. It's a different process. Even though the patient and practice benefits are clear, shifting to a new way is challenging. So gaining access to our practitioners and helping them through the process of learning, the learning curve of how to understand how to use this is definitely something that we're going to have to be really, really good at. And we've got enormous focus, not just in our manufacturing expertise, but really in our training, in our learning. Those are probably the two biggest areas that we're focusing on at Lantos.
Right. Do you see the technology being used by pretty much all of the it's applicable for all the manufacturers in most of the ear mold labs?
So yes, our intention is to make this technology and the ability to build from our scans available to any and all hearing aid manufacturers and mold manufacturers. One comment I would make in terms of shifting our business model, we do know that the majority, as you have reported on many times, of hearing aids that are fit these days are RIC devices. And most of those devices are not fit with a custom fit mold. So it's our desire not to be a niche player in the industry and just focus on a piece of the custom hearing aid business, right, but really to make our technology available for what people fit every day, which will allow them to scan every day if we prove the value to them. And
to your point, we've run articles on how even just the different types of domes make a difference, but the custom RIC mold may be one of the, in my view, maybe one of the most underutilized facets that can really customize and improve the performance of a RIC hearing aid over and above what you can get anywhere else, and really distinguish yourself and differentiate your practice from others.
Yes, and that's our intention, is to focus there too. Many of the hearing aid manufacturers create those molds as well, and we've got great relationships with many of them already. But we do think this is a big opportunity for us. Again, if we're going to create the next best standard of care, best practice, it's going to have to be something that practitioners use all the time. So a couple other things I would just mention, Karl, is, as you might imagine, change is challenging and you've seen it over our decades with new things disrupting and becoming a new part of what we do. We clearly know there are forward-thinking, patient-focused practitioners out there. So we're looking forward to partnering with a lot of them. We already have, which we're excited about. And our renewed business model is going to make it much easier to obtain our scanning technology than in the past. Much easier, much less expensive, so that we can make the focus be on usage and not just obtaining the technology.
Paul, anything else you want to add, or tell the folks in dispensing practices about Lantos?
I've really appreciated the time, Karl. I think finally I would say this: our technology, we believe, enables practitioners to truly own the ear and become the full service ear resource for people everywhere. So I would simply say this to practitioners out there: let's make it clear to patients everywhere who their go-to ear expert is.
Great. So if having seen this and read the article, if people want to get involved in Lantos and learn more about their technology, how do they do so?
Yes, we're excited to talk to everyone. So interested individuals will find us at our new website, lantostechnologies.com, and on all of our social platforms. But I want to make a special invitation for people to reach out to me directly at pharkness@lantostechnologies.com. I look forward to relaunching this company with a great, committed investor and leadership team that has lots of industry experience. And I really appreciate you being here to help us tell the story, Karl.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for your time today, and Happy New Year to you.
As to you. Thanks, Karl.